I welcome class 9 student to this class 9 computer class. The title of this chapter is Introduction to Operating System. In this chapter, we are generally going to learn about Microsoft Windows. In last session, we have discussed certain things. So, let me quickly go to the MS Windows operating system, and as you can see, I am switching the windows and picking the correct point. So, starting from the introduction to MS Windows, MS stands for Microsoft. Students, please follow the mouse cursor. I am painting the mouse cursor in yellow color. MS Windows is an operating system which is user friendly GUI. GUI, this is called GUI. GUI means graphical user interface. There are many features of Microsoft operating system Windows which is very good and makes it easier to use. First is GUI operating system. Microsoft Windows is a graphical user interface based operating system. User do not need to write commands or instructions to the computer as which was used in DOS. Now, disk operating system was a black screen command like. Instead, all the functions can be performed by mouse click. There were certain programs in early days like DBase and Lotus where we used to write commands. When I was a student, I recall that working on Lotus spreadsheet and DBase, we used to write long commands. But students, nowadays you do not need to worry. You have to perform all the functions with mouse. Second function, it is multitasking operating system. MS Windows is a multitasking operating system. Two or more applications can run side by side. For example, if you are working on MS Word, like word processing application, and you want to write numerical data in letter for calculation, you do not need to close the window. Like you can do many functions side by side. It means you can type, you can listen to music, and you can also do application. Third is easier to use. Navigating around your computer is easier. It means you have to mouse click on folder files and you can go anywhere. In Unix system, it is not available. You have to write commands. That is for security concerns. Installing new hardware is easy because you can plug in new hardware and use it immediately. This is called PNP, that is plug and play. It is possible because hardware comes with built-in compatibility with Windows. It means that you can bring any hardware device, plug into your Windows computer, and that is easy to use. Sometimes they are also provided with driver CD so that you do not need to worry about. Fourth is more reliable. MS Windows tool can help you regularly test your hard disk and check your systems. Furthermore, Microsoft releases patch. Patch fixes some troublemaking features, so it helps the user to fix their system. Windows is faster and programs are open very fast. By using Maintenance Wizard, you can easily improve your computer's speed and efficiency. Now, Microsoft Windows also periodically and regularly checks for fault. Number 6. True Web Integration. Using the www is very easier. The Internet Connection Wizard makes connecting to web very simple and you can view any web page in any window. In Microsoft Outlook Express, you can also send emails and post messages. Next point, working on Microsoft Windows. As MS Windows is a GUI, it allows user to use mouse extensively for doing nearly all the tasks. Let us discuss how to use the mouse and the keyboard in MS Windows. Number 1. Working with a mouse. As you move the mouse, a mouse pointer moves on your screen. Now students, you are following this mouse cursor. I am using a mouse pad or a touch pad, and I am very easily able to move the mouse anywhere on the screen. You can see I am taking the mouse to right hand corner. Now I am taking it to left hand corner. So it is very easy in Windows. Next point is pointing and clicking. Students, you can take your mouse window to any point, like I am taking it to left hand side of your screen, and now I am right clicking. You can see after right clicking it changes to sensitive form. Now let me left click. Again I am left clicking and it is changing to different form. So you can see I have performed the left click, right click and double click in front of you. Now what is the function of these clicks? So check the table. Left click, press and release the left mouse button once. The selected item is highlighted and it does not start any action. Now double left click means quickly press and release left mouse button twice. This starts some action, and action is actually context sensitive. Clicking right button, press and release the right mouse button once. It displays a shortcut menu and it gives you many options. Options are given here. You can see these are the options, and options actually vary. It depends where you are right clicking. Like if I am right clicking here, it gives me these options. If I go anywhere else, let me for your sake minimize this window. Please follow this. I am minimizing. I am also minimizing this window, and if I open a folder and this is the PDF I am uploading to you, let me go to this PDF and right click this. Check. Now computer is analyzing and you can see there are many options available to you. So these are the options available with that particular file. So students, let me go to your exercise. So you can see we can perform many other actions. Now next point is pointing and dragging. Now you can also do this work with mouse. Moving object on your screen is very easy. Let me minimize this window once again for you, and let me close this window, and let us go to that folder again. I am showing you the point and drag. I am going to this folder. I am picking this, and you can see I am able to drag this PDF. You can see here I am pressing the mouse button and I am dragging. You can see this is called dragging. If I want to place this file anywhere else, I can simply leave it. You can see it gives me certain options. So this is called pointing and dragging. Now let us move to another point, because this was very easy. Now working with keyboard. MS Windows not only a graphical interface but also a well organized menu scheme. Now this keyboard is very easy to use. Students, you can also use a on-screen keyboard. Now these are, let me see, can I activate the keyboard? I am writing keyboard. So you can see I have write the keyboard option in my Cortana and I have clicked. Now you can see I have many options for keyboard. Windows also comes with this on-screen keyboard. Let me type on-screen keyboard. Students, I am typing very slowly so that you can check what I am typing. So you can see this is on-screen keyboard. Let me help you with, I am clicking this option. You can see window is bringing this on-screen keyboard. You can see this is the on-screen keyboard and you can just press anything. So if your keyboard is not well functioning, you can pick any of the option which physical keyboard provide. You can see wherever mouse goes, this is actually highlighted. You can see these are options highlighted. So let me close this on-screen keyboard. I am closing this. Now check this point, press ALT. ALT is actually alter key to activate the current menu, and you can also use CTRL. CTRL means control. CTRL plus N means open a new file or new tab. CTRL plus P means anywhere you can print a particular document. Students, as we have discussed the Microsoft operating system a little bit, let us go deeper into the next point, which is actually desktop. Desktop is the primary front area you face during a computer use. So let me go to that point, desktop, and maximize the window size. Now you can see we have the desktop. What is the desktop and how it can be seen? Now students, desktop can vary from Windows operating system version to version. This desktop is of Windows XP, Windows 7. The desktop in Windows 8, 8.1 and Windows 10 is different. After you start the Windows, first screen you see on the monitor is called desktop, and desktop is like your workspace on your desk at home. Similarly, desktop is the front area on the screen. Now you can see here what are the different options and value available. This is the start button. You can see start button. Students, let me remind you, this figure is for Windows XP and Windows 7. Windows 8 and Windows 10 is quite different. Now these are, you can see, these are actually minimized programs. These are actually icons, name, and these are actually icons. This area is called background area. This is a taskbar, and extreme bottom is date and time. Your desktop may be different and you can actually customize your desktop as per your need. So you can see here the desktop may contain different background other than what you have seen in above figure, because desktop background can be changed as per your wish. Minimized programs are those files on which you were working but temporarily have been kept aside. You can go to that minimize program and click, it will maximize and you will easily use them. Next point is icon. As you know, icon are small pictures that represent an object or file or program. Let me take you to this figure. Now there are different type of icons. First is application icon. These icons represent application software. Now let us see this picture. This is a document file, rather this is MS Word, Microsoft Word, document file, you can see there are some system files also. So these indicates system icons. They are shortcut icons. You can see arrow. These arrow, round up arrow, curve arrow actually indicates the shortcut icon, and these are actually application icons. Let us go deeper into each of them. First one is system icon. These icons are created when you install Windows operating system. Now let us describe the various type of icon available. Now my computer is an icon. It displays file, folder and other resources of the computer. Folder can contain file, programs and different subfolders. My briefcase, if you want to work on files at home or different location, you can use my briefcase to keep various copies of your file updated. Internet Explorer is a browser. Network neighborhood is a network through which you connect to different computers. My document is a folder that stores your documents and you can easily access them. Recycle bin is also a folder. MS Windows does not delete the file completely from the disk. When you give delete command, it instead moves the file to recycle bin. If you need the related file back, you can restore it back or you can permanently remove it. Number C is a shortcut icon. A shortcut provides easily access to some objects on your system like file, folder or document. By clicking them, that particular object gets activated. Suppose there is an example. If you have kept a file very deep below a folder, you can make a shortcut for that. Number D, folder and document icon. This active window can be minimized to a document window. For example, if you are working in word processor application and you have to access one document very frequently, instead of searching for the document next time, you can make it icon on the desktop. Double click the icon and you will easily open the desired file. The taskbar and start menu button. The taskbar is on the right hand bottom and start is on the left hand bottom. You can see you have the keyboard. It may have been written start, or start can be activated by window button. You can see window logo or 4 square button. It is on the left hand side of the space bar. You can search on your keyboard and it will be easily available. Now next is taskbar. Taskbar is generally found at the bottom of the screen and this contains these options. Now you will have to look at your keyboard to check the options available. The many options available at this location is start button. Start is written there, or there will be 4 squares. Next is task button. Button on the taskbar show you which window are open. For example, if you are working on MS Word and have opened many documents simultaneously, all the document window name will be shown on the taskbar. Even if some windows are minimized or hidden beneath another window, you can easily switch to that different window. Next one is toolbar. It represents a set of related icons. It is always present at the bottom of the screen. Next one is notification area. Windows uses this area to provide you some information. Generally, it is placed in the bottom right corner. It means it is placed in the right hand side of your date time place. First is start button. Let us see. A start button can be used to accomplish many tasks. You can start program, open document, customize your system, and there are many commands available in conjunction with start button. Now how to start or how to use the start button. You can see here, students, please check this. I am placing my mouse cursor. This is called start button. You can see on your keyboard, this is situated in the left hand side of your space bar. I am just pressing my start button on my computer. Check the result. This I have pressed the button. Now let me minimize this. So click the item you want to open, point to the item, right facing arrow, open the secondary menu. Next is a type of window. Students, there are many types of windows, and you have to check the types of windows on your system, because it also depends on version of window. In Windows XP and 7 this was different, in Windows 10 it is different. Now, so components of window, generally most of the windows have following components. First is title bar. It is the horizontal bar located on the top side of the window. It may display the title of window, that is name of the program. Like if I am pointing this mouse cursor to my title bar, you can see here I am using this tutorial for class 9 computer class, and in order to record the tutorial video and audio, I am using Adobe Premiere software. Now Adobe Premiere software is actually written here. You can also use any other program and check the top left corner of your screen. Title will be shown here. Now next one is menu bar. It is horizontal bar just below the title bar. It contains all the menu commands available for a particular application. Now let us check this figure. This is a typical MS Word, Microsoft Word program, and you can see here this is called a title bar. Now this is the title, this is the menu, and these are standard toolbar. This is ruler or scale, this is a drawing, this is work area. You can work, you can type, you can draw. Now this is actually close, this is maximize or restore button, this is here vertical scroll bar, this is vertical scroll bar actually take you up or down. Similarly, this is horizontal scroll bar, it can take you easily to, it can easily take you to left or right. So students, you have to check on your system. Now you can see this is control box. It is a small icon located on the left side of title bar. Clicking on it displays the control menu, which has commands to control it. It means if you can see, this is title bar, this is title, and here this is application icon. If you click here, it will give you certain options, and through that particular options you can do your desired work. So students, you can see these are very easy options, and this is the beauty of graphical user interface. It means it gives you very easy to use. Otherwise command based processing system were very difficult. Now next one is actually toolbar. It contains most frequently used command associated with application. Next is workspace, the area where application work is done. It means typing or drawing. Next one is status bar. It displays the status of various commands executed. Next one is scroll bar. We have seen vertical and horizontal scroll bar. Vertical scroll bar moves the page up and down. Horizontal scroll bar move left and right. Next one is border and corner. They can be used to resize the window to desired position. Now students, let me remind you, all the options can vary from system to system. You have to check on your system. if window version is different, the figure will be different. Next point is application window, which we will cover